Ho ho ho! We have plenty of shards to do the upgrades here. What's up guys, it's Kosh and welcome back to CIFI. Today we are doing ship installs guide for the mid and end game when you have more than 100 installs per ship. We have the guides before that with the lower amount of stuff, but this one is supposed to be really optimized for your Zeus run and into the Ouroboros. Most of the time, once you will go over 100 points for your ship, you don't want to put them in this core area of those 7 installs over here, because those things will give you more bonuses, the edge ones. Since now you have a lot of install points, you really would like to focus on the things that will give you more MP, because mod points are very important and in the long term that will make a lot of difference. Because of the diminishing returns, each next point you put into the same bonus will give a less power, because first point will give it 100 bonus, second will give it 50% bonus, third one is 33.3 and so on. So the more points you put it to the same node, the less efficient they will be. That's why you want to spread them all around in order to cover more bonuses, to make each of those more effective. So guys, do you remember the spreadsheet? It got updated, it got way more info. You can use this one. You can actually add all the info over here, all the info over here, and that will allow you to get the best bonuses for the ships, but editing it all the time is a bit annoying, so I'll try to go over the main things. So let's start with the Cradle. Here, since all of those things give us only the cell output bonuses, for generators they will have the same priority, so we evenly upgrade them until level 100. So let's go over here. We can do it one by one. Or actually, it might be a better idea to just get them to the higher level. Let me go to level 100, so you will know which values you can expect. There we go. Exactly 15 in each node, and this one will be 10 because 10 is the maximum. After you reach 100, for each ship, you should put 1 point in each of those, so they will get their basic bonuses. Afterwards, the installs after level 100 are a bit personal options. After you put 1 point in those, there are different ratios. The most recommended one is 8 to 1 to 40 to 30. So you want 8 points over here, 1 point over here, about 40 points into the shard production and 30 points into the research production. And after that, just go with that ratio higher and higher. Let's do the same stuff here in the automation hub to set it up. So let's put those points over here, and in order to make it more even, if you don't have enough points, for example, we will make it right. So we need 5 points over here and about 4 over here, so something like that. At this point we put 1 point in this area, and then again add additional points here. All right, 8, here we go to 10, we get additional point over here, and just like that we will slowly go up and go all the way till this one will get 8 points. You don't really have to do that close, but I just want to get the perfect loadout for myself, so I won't have to worry about that ever again. Basically, you would like to do this at the point where you finished E500 research. That will allow you to get 5 times more installs for ships. Right now, I'll just get the basic one over here like that and be good with it. So yeah guys, at this point, if you can't go any higher, if you don't have those researches as I do here, you can just max out all those things with the same ratio, don't overdo it, before going into this. And guys, if you don't have it and you have that multiplier, you would like to go with the same ratio over here, before you will get 90 over here, 11 over here, 150 over here, and 200 over here. So basically, that's overall 551 installs, so you really don't want to touch that middle area for a while. Now, if you don't have it as I do over here, you just keep going with the same ratio, put in some points over here, yeah, slowly leveling it up, and you will hit the limit anyway pretty soon. At 15 points over here, you might wanna have another point here. So the ratio between those nodes should be 8 to 1 all the time, yeah, because this one boosts output of all generators, while this one boosts only cells. And that's basically Gen 1. So overall, this bonus will give you way more. So now we'll get one to 24, 3 over here. What's that? The next multiplier. I forgot. 32, 4, etc. So you will go higher just like that, putting 8 points over here and 1 point over here. And that will be good for most of the ships outside of the core values. It might be a bit different for different players. If you want like the custom output, you should go to the CIFI optimizer sheet and do it everything yourself. But honestly, it doesn't worth it. Those tips will guide you well. You won't have to go here manually inputting every little change you do. So for me, only after filling everything on the edges and getting this one to level 15, you can come back and increase some of those nodes in the middle. So you will start with this one, then you would like to put 1 more points over here. And basically after that, you evenly upgrade all of those things that are not upgraded yet 1 point by 1 until you will run out of your installs. Now, before we move on to other ships, this is for long-term runs, when you want to get the shards in those runs, when you want to get research in your runs, and not just going for extra cells for the short runs. For the short runs, you definitely would like to ignore the bottom area and go straight for the cell production and MP. The only problem is, in order to do that, you will have to create additional loadout slot that costs diamonds. That's out of the question for free-to-play players. So I would prefer to go with this one and be less effective on the short runs, but still don't worry about changing anything around. I really don't like to micromanage all that stuff. So yeah, that's how we roll. Now let's go to the Auxesia. For this ship, it's kinda interesting. Here, this node and this node will give you software and hardware bonuses that kinda affects all generators, so it worth 8 more points. That's why I'll just go straight to the final goal here. Before getting to 100, you would like this one to be at 50. This one on the left should be maxed, and everything else should be around 7. If you're wondering how to distribute those points as you grow, you can just distribute them with the same ratio, applying them one by one. But honestly, for the most people who have at least 100 installs, it doesn't worth it. So here, since those two things are more expensive, we will go with this one until we unlock those things. So for Auxesia, since those two nodes are so important, we will get this one to 5, get 1 point here, 1 point here, and now we will even this one with this one, so it will be 5, level them up, and at reaching 16 points, which will not happen because we will unlock those things, bam, bam, there we go. This one is maxed already, this one is 16, we will add 1 point to each of those. And just like that, we will lead this one to next 8, add 1 point over here, 34, 1 point in those areas, those should be 3 right now, now 40, 1 more. All right, and now we want this one to 50, and those should get to 7. Bam. That unlocks 100 level installs, and here we go with the same ratio as for the Cradle. So refer to Cradle high level points part of the video for that. In the scenario which I am in right now, when I don't have the multipliers, basically same stuff. So we get this one to 8, and we get those things to the higher level as well. We go with the same scenario as well, but since this one is level 10, it won't go that high. So let's get those things up a bit until this one will reach 6, 1 here, bam, 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 10. Okay, will do. So this one will go to level 12, 4, let's say 20. It's not that important to be that close with those numbers, but overall you should reach the same kind of result over time. Once again, that's only 140 installs, you probably have more, so those will be covered anyway. And in the end, you will get this one to 30, this one will be 8 or something, and then every 8 over here, so that's like 16, you get 1 point over here, then 24, 1 point over here, then 25, and you are done, right? You get this one to 4 points, and after that you want to get it to level 7 as the rest of those nodes, not so much, and then evenly distribute the points between those things here. And once again, after that, you just go 1 point into each of those while you have those points. Next one is Zagreus. Now, that Zagreus is really important and you want to do it right. So basically, you start with those, get to 5 points. After that, straight away, you max out this point over here because it gives you MP. Max it out. This point gives you 3 generators when... let's go to the actual sheet, apply. So yeah, this one gives you 3 generator bonuses when everything else gives us bonus to only 1 generator. So this one should have 3 more points into it unless it's maxed. So for now, we'll just put some points into it. 5, okay. 1, 1, 6. All right, that should be 2, 2, 9, 3, 3, 10. Simple, right? Then we put points over here, evening it out. There we go. At 8 points, we get extra nodes available, and that only works if you don't have those multipliers. If you have the multipliers, and that only works if you don't have those crazy multipliers. If you have them, you can get more points over here and more points over here, which is pretty cool. So for us, it will be leveling those to level 8 right now, and now we will evenly add additional points here. 16 points, and we unlock the extra nodes. Now here we kind of follow the same pattern as for the Cradle ship for 100 plus upgrades. So first you put 1 point in all of those and then start adding extras where you want them to be. At some point you will end up locking those out once again if you don't have those crazy upgrades. And then once again 16, 1, 24, 3 and 34, I guess. After that, we max out the right node over here to 10, and then straightforward, we just evenly distribute points on the rest of the nodes. Let's move on to Hephaestus. Now here we got 2 nodes that give us MP. This node, modification connection, it's really important, and this node, so those should be maxed at all times. So let's go, we get 5 points over here, maximum points over here. Then we max out the left one as well, since it's really powerful. It boosts software and hardware attacks, so it's boosting everything. After that, put some extra points in the middle to unlock those things. And the middle node is better than those outer nodes. So basically for each 4 points over here, you can get 1 point there. So let's get 2, 12, a bit more, 16, a bit more, 20, a bit more. All right. And at this point, we will unlock extra nodes and we will fully invest into that one because MP is important, and then put the extra things that we miss over here. And then we will keep going with the same ratio 4 to 1 over here. There we go. We ended up with 49 points over here and 12 points in all those areas. The sides are maxed out, and here we go with the same as for Cradle. I'll just skip that because you've seen it a million times already. The cool thing that here we get higher amount of points there, so we can deploy more points here and they will be more useful than the middle ones. So once again, 5 to 3, 4 to 1 ratio, and here you gotta keep 8 to 1 with those two, or 8 to 1 to 40 to 30. And what's really interesting here, when we reach to this one at point 58 for me, when we maxed most of the stuff out around here, the table tells me to go for manual overkill. Which one is that? Let's just apply it. We are not that far anyway, I think. Oh, we're actually close to that. But yeah, basically, rule of the thumb is the same. Invest points where you can. Yeah, I would say the difference isn't that significant, so you can invest way more points over here, all the way to 80, and it won't change that much in the rest of the areas based on the incremental power gains of those nodes. It's just minimal difference. But yeah, at this point, you would like to invest in the middle areas. I'm not sure why. I mean, should be different, but maybe it's my progression. Next one is the Demeter, and here we got some unique points. First of all, first ahead of the curve should be always maxed. No matter what, that will give you some free operations. That's 27 trillion for us, so it's definitely worth it. The point over here will give you mod points, and it also scales with most completed operations and scales with this one as well. So should be maxed at all time as well. this point, better mineral extraction gives you shards, and shards are always better than the cells, so overall it should be like 9 times points the other nodes. This point on the right affects only cells, so it's only generator 1, while the rest of those things affect several generators, so they should be better valued. So ratio should be 1 over here and 2 in those nodes. Let's go and assign the points, so maximum over here, 1 point here, 1 point here. Let's get more points there, 1 point here, 1 point here, even more points here. Let's go until we will unlock the next node. There we go. Now we max out this thing. And once again, if you guys have higher amount of points here because of the boosts, you can follow the same ratios. I hope it will help you out, but once again, you probably know this by now. So let's get some extra points over there. And now we want, what, 2-to-1 ratio over here. So it's 18, 1 here, and the rest of those things, 27, 1 point in those things. This one should be 3. 36, 1 points in all the nodes. 45, 1 point in those nodes. 54, 1 point everywhere. And let's say 60 over here and 8 points here. That will be more fair. There we go. Now we unlock the extra things. And for the Demeter, first point should go into ship 9. It should give you more bonuses. Theoretically, let's check it out. Since you will get more operations completed, that might give you a higher bonus early on, but honestly, I don't think it's that important. In any case, let's start with this one, but after that we will follow the same formula as we followed for the Cradle. Since we can't input a lot of points into this node right now, we will focus on the bottom ones, and as they will grow, we will add additional points there when it will be needed, and that should be 100 points here, I think. But I think it will be a bit unfair, so let's get 1 more point over here and keep going. And honestly, pretty soon we will run out of options because, let's get this one maxed out, because we'll be done with most things here. So following this ratio, this one is done, we're good. Now let's move on to the Koios, and it's pretty simple because of the low install limits, and there are not many things we can adjust here, so let's go. 2 nodes, this one and this one gives us MP, so they are the most important ones. Then Unobtainium drills and big brainium thesis gives us research points and shards, which are important as well. So all of those should be maxed with the priority to those points that give you MP. And those nodes boost 2 generators and a lot of generators. So ratio of the rest of those should be 1 to 2 to 6, I think. Yeah, to 6. There are not that many options here, so we put 5 points over here. We get 5 points over here. We get 5 points over here. Then we put 5 points over here. We put some points over here. 5, let's go. Now we put as many points as we can over here before we unlock this. We put 10 points over here. We put 10 points over here. And we put the rest points in the middle. That's the easiest one so far. I think it should be 50 or even 60. Let's see. 60. There we go. That's pretty straightforward. And after that, kinda the same as Cradle, but you should start with the one in the corner again, because that should give you more points and then distribute everything as in other ships. In this scenario, we will run out of this node pretty fast, so we will have to invest into research a bit more and yeah, keep the rate going the same way as always. And finally, we are getting to the Zeus. Wow, that took a while. Couple of hours of just recording, so don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. So, pretty straightforward. Those things should get first points all the time. They are most important, and they give you more materials from the missions and some AP, and they cost only 1 point, so why the hell not? Then 1 point in each of those to unlock their bonuses. Let's actually do it over here. Bam, bam. 1 point in each of those. Keep in mind that this one and this one are more important than the middle one, so you should do it in this order. Now let's max them out with a bit of focus on this node. So bam, bam, a bit more focus on that node means that we will get 2 points right now. All right, that will do. Done. Now we are maxing out the last one. Sweet. Now we put 13 points into the middle node to get the other installs unlocked. Now let's go into this node because it gives us material and mod points. So let's say 6 points here at first, then 1 point here for AP and Academy points, and the rest over here to finish this one out. Now we go and put the rest of the points over here because that boosts both Academy points and several generators, so they're way better than the middle one. And here we are, we unlocked 100 installs. At this point, we, as always, invest points into the outer nodes, and here we prioritize with the top right one because it's based on the mission completed, so it might be more effective. At the moment, my Zeus don't have enough installs to go in that area, but who knows, we might be able to go beyond that. So let's finish the automation here. And after that, we go with the same ratio. There we go. So that should be enough for us right now, since our Zeus isn't that strong. Same ratio, 8 to 1 to 40 to 30. And yeah, that took a while. Let's take a look if it was efficient, because honestly, we need to do the reset for that. Oh, wow. That's a lot of upgrades already. Because our ships were without the crew for a while, Zagreus was without the crew for a while, so we probably won't even get enough, like, good amount of points here. That's actually pretty good. So right now, we got 386. Let's finish this loop of cells. That's interesting because I wasn't expecting to get that much progression. Before that, we had about 382 mod points, and now we're getting like a bit more, so it's really efficient. Let's do the reset. Oh wait, let me check something. Shards, do we have enough? Oh, we have plenty of shards to do the upgrades here. So before that, I was mostly focused on cells and MP to get higher MP runs. Right now I'm getting the shards as well, and it seems to be paying off. Research 319, no, not really close. So yeah guys, that's the ship layouts for 100 plus installs, and before that, I hope it will be useful for you, and let me know in the comments what do you think of this video, and if you want any more guides on sci-fi or any other idle and incremental games. And I will get a text version of this guide on the Game Vault Sci-Fi Wiki. The link will be in the video description, and also check out the playlist with the rest of the episodes so you can get more guides and the playthrough over there. Other than that, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It's been Kosh. Have a good one. Bye.